Who would believe it? Just moments ago, my newly awakened fireball skill actually thinks I'm too useless. Ran away from home overnight to kill monsters. I was originally a super wealthy heir. After I awakened as the crappiest no-tier mage, I planned to just lie flat and mooch off my parents. But I only said one thing to this little fireball. You can just cook for me from now on. It actually flipped out on the spot and started cursing me out. You're a total loser. But I'm not. I'm gonna evolve into a world-destroying forbidden spell. Right after that ungrateful little brat actually smashed through the window, turned into a red beam and bolted straight to the wilderness. While I was still standing there dumbfounded, I heard my mom's voice from downstairs. More, come downstairs for dinner. Looking at the table full of delicious food, I had zero appetite. At the dinner table, I was scrolling on my phone with my head down, searching for keywords. What to do if your skill gains self-awareness. Seeing how I was acting, my dad frowned slightly. Mama, why are you so out of it while eating? Dad, I'm looking up some job transfer info. Stop looking, all that stuff online is unreliable, eat first. Your health comes first. My mom also persuaded me softly. Momo, don't put too much pressure on yourself. Just take it easy in college. Come back and run the family magic potion garden after graduation. As long as you don't gamble, Mom can afford to support you for 10 lifetimes. Hearing what my mom said, a huge weight lifted off my chest. I worked myself to death in my past life. In this life, even my skill hates me enough to run away. Then I might as well be a loser for real. This insane amount of family wealth. If I don't enjoy it now, when else will I? Then I said with a super sincere face. Mom and Dad, don't worry. Starting tomorrow, I'll definitely be a proper trust fund kid. I won't give you any trouble at all. Hearing this, my dad almost spat out the soup he just drank. My mom's smile slowly froze. Did this kid just agree? A little too fast. I happily scarfed down all my food and headed straight for the second floor. As soon as I left, my dad rubbed his temples and sighed deeply. He has zero fighting spirit. You spoiled him rotten. My mom raised her eyebrows and snapped back. Don't put that blame on me, who was scared our son's hand would hurt when practicing swordplay, and swapped the wooden sword for a foam one. After saying that, Mom shook her head helplessly. He has no elemental affinity. Wasting more resources on him is useless. Let him do what he wants. As long as he's happy, that's all that matters. Back in my bedroom, I flopped hard onto my soft big bed. Right at that moment, my runaway fireball skill got surrounded by a pack of prairie wolves. But surrounded like that, the little fireball got super excited instead. You little punk wolves, dare to surround me. Then dense fire elements started gathering towards it. Then it instantly split into 15 fireballs and launched a blanket bombing on the wolf pack. Right after that, a system panel popped up in front of me. Killed 15 prairie gray wolves. Gained 75 EXP. Skill proficiency greatly increased. A bunch of losers? Think you can stop my evolution? I stared at the panel dumbly. My entire worldview was shattered. Congratulations, your skill's comprehension is off the charts. It deduced and evolved an advanced skill on its own. Multiburst Fireball. Less than half a day after job transfer, my basic skill thought killing monsters was too slow, so it evolved itself into an advanced skill. At this moment, a crazy thought popped into my head. At this rate, if I learn Water Sword skill later, will it grind hard enough to become a tsunami? If I learn Earth Escape, it'll grind into absolute defense. Won't I become an all-element forbidden spell mage god? Ding. Fireball skill thinks prairie monsters are too weak. Is now heading to higher level area, Darkwood Forest. Message from Fireball skill. Go to sleep now. Stop making a fuss and messing with my operations. Looking at that super arrogant message, I was completely relieved. Then I just laid down happily to rest. Fine, you work hard, I'll sleep. In the dining room, my dad's phone suddenly vibrated. The name Zhaolei flashed on the screen. My dad glanced at it and let out a cold sneer immediately. That old bastard? He must be here to show off again. The call got connected. Zhaolei's annoyingly raspy, loud voice blasted out across the room right away. He announced loudly, My son awakened an S-class flame mage talent. Heard your Linmo isn't doing too well. I can let my son take your boy under his wing. After hearing all these words, Dad showed no reaction on his face at all. He just raised his hand and hung up the call directly. Mom Su-wan, who sat nearby, heard this. Her face was full of worry. She said softly, The big exam is in 3 days. That kid from the Zhao family will definitely steal the show then. If our mower goes to the venue, we won't let him go. We'll tell mower tomorrow to just ask for sick leave for the big exam. We're rich anyway. We can pull a few strings casually and still get him into a college to mess around. There's no need for him to go just to get humiliated by the Zhao family on sight. If Zhao Lei wants to brag about his son, let him. Even if mower is really a useless loser, he's still my Lin Tianhao's most precious loser in this life. I woke up early in the morning from a strange movement in my sea of consciousness. I then pulled up the status panel with my mind. The panel showed my level had risen to level 3. I leveled up 3 times in one single night. This is top-tier speed even for rich families that pile on resources. I moved my gaze downwards. The fireball skill column actually showed under tutoring. There was also an arrogant message attached. "Oh, I'm dead tired, man. Hurry up and get me some fire element food, or I'm going on strike." What kind of skill is this? It's basically like I invited a grandpa over. Mom yelled from downstairs that breakfast is ready. I hummed a tune and walked downstairs. I just picked up a piece of bread at the dining table. Mom suddenly stared at me for 2 seconds. Then she directly raised her hand and cast a detection spell. The next second she gasped and yelled more. "You're already level 3. Dad also stood up abruptly. "You leveled up twice in one night." I was already prepared for this reaction. I put on an honest look, scratched my head, and said, "I snuck out to grind levels last night. Even though I'm a plain no-talent mage, the stupid bird has to fly first, right?" Hearing that, Dad patted my shoulder heavily. "Good son, you've got real spirit." Then Dad immediately called his personal bodyguard Ye Hongyu over and ordered her to take me out of the city to practice. Safety comes first. I sighed quietly to myself. Looks like I definitely have to leave the city this time. If that fireball grandpa inside me wakes up with no monsters to kill, he'll definitely throw a massive fit. Anyway, he grinds mobs and I just AFK. Lying around anywhere is all the same to me. Thinking of that message in my skill bar, I suddenly got an idea. I turned around and asked Mom, "Do we have any breakfast rich in fire element? Like flame fruit or blazed lean meat?" Hearing that, Mom immediately said ecstatically, "Of course, as long as you are willing to eat. I'll even get you dragon liver from the sky." 10 minutes later, I ate one whole crimson heart fruit. Warm currents flowed through my body. A roar immediately rang out in my mind. "That's the stuff, let me out. I'm gonna burn all those wild monsters to death." After I ate and drank my fill, I waved at the worried-looking Mom and pleased-looking Dad and said, "See you later, Mom and Dad. I want stir-fried blazed fire dragon for dinner tonight. Young master, please make sure to hide behind me. Just seize the chance to get the last hit, that's all." That trace of pity for a no-talent mage in her eyes. I just pretended I didn't see it at all. Suddenly a shadow flashed in the woods. A shadow wolf pounced out to attack. Ye Hongyu swept her long leg out and badly injured it. "Young master, now's your chance." I waved my hand casually. A fireball whooshed out. Even though that shadow wolf was on low HP, it instinctively used its blink skill and rolled to the side, but I just watched the fireball calmly. I saw that fireball that was supposed to miss suddenly slammed on the brakes in midair, then made a U-turn. "You dare dodge? Die, bastard!" Seeing this scene, Ye Hongyu froze on the spot, her eyes full of shock. This is second stage mental guidance. Meanwhile, I had both hands in my pockets and urged her in a mysterious tone, "What are you staring for? Keep going." For the next half hour, the whole vibe got super weird. I found a crooked neck tree and sat down under it, pulled out my phone and started playing games. While Ye Hongyu was like a hardworking mover, carrying low HP wild monsters over from all directions. While I was still playing my game, a poisonous spider pounced towards me to attack. At the same time, a fireball flew out from my side and accurately blew up the poison orb. Seeing this, Ye Hongyu was completely stunned. In her eyes, this must be some peerless skill of doing 2 things at once. The sun dipped westward. Golden light scattered all around. The system interface popped up. "Congratulations, you've leveled up to level 5. Ye Hongyu walked over, sweating all over. Her gaze had shifted from regret to awe. Young master reached level 5 in 2 days. That speed is insanely fast. It's mostly because Sister Ye lured monsters so well. All right, let's go. Let's go home to eat stir-fried blazing fire dragon." As soon as I heard about eating, that voice in my head got even more excited than me. "Hurry, hurry! Stir-fried blazing fire dragon. Dinner time! Dinner time!" The black off-road vehicle stopped steadily in front of my family's villa. I just got off the car, when 2 rows of maids bowed in unison and shouted, "Hello, young master! Welcome home, young master!" but I've long been used to this. I walked straight into the hall. Mom walked up to me quickly. She held me and looked me up and down. After confirming I didn't even have a single scratch, she nodded in satisfaction. Looks like Hongyu protected you really well. Come on, let's go eat. On the 5-meter-long dining table, a strong wave of fire element hit my face. Immediately, the fireball skill in my head started roaring like crazy. Fire dragon liver, that's fire dragon liver. Hurry up and put it in my mouth. I'm dying of impatience over here. I ignored this grumpy skill. I slowly picked up a piece of fire dragon liver and stuffed it in my mouth. As the high-purity fire element went down my stomach, the restlessness in my consciousness finally calmed down. The atmosphere at the table was very warm. Mom took out a golden VIP card and handed it to Ye Hongyu to thank her for protecting me. But Ye Hongyu refused to take it no matter what. She held it in for ages with a complicated look on her face, then finally took out her phone and opened a video. Her tone was respectful but a little shaky. Madame Commander. Actually, the young master's fast leveling has little to do with me. You'll understand after watching this. The video started playing. It was the footage of me earlier that day, fighting while playing mobile games and casting fireballs at the same time. Seeing this scene, my dad Lin Tianhao, the top fighter in Shanghai City, the hand holding his chopsticks was actually trembling slightly. This is second-level mental power guidance, and he's also doing two things at once. Ordinary mages have to hold it in for ages to cast a fireball, and they still have to stare at the target. But my son's micro-operation level, probably even those S-tier talent geniuses can't pull that off. I knew it. The son of me, Lin Tianhao, how could he be a loser? My boy has the potential to be a great emperor. Mom's eyes even turned red. She covered her mouth in shock. No elemental affinity? Directly controlling the skill trajectory by force. More, you hid this from us for so long. Feeling my parents' burning gazes, I almost choked on the soup, so I could only pretend I choked on food, and mumbled vaguely, I was just messing around. It's mostly because that ranked promotion match was too important. I didn't have time to look up at the monsters. Hearing that, Dad got even more excited. Ah, what a great just messing around. After saying that, Dad flipped his wrist and took out a scroll that emitted purple-black aura and slammed it on the table. This is a hard difficulty Ghost Castle dungeon scroll. Since you have this micro-operation talent, go clear this dungeon tonight. As for your teammates, I've already arranged them for you. 4 slightly awkward young people stood under the luxurious crystal chandelier, obviously shocked by the grandeur of this wealthy family. Dad waved at me. Come here, Moore. Let me introduce you to them. Dad pointed at the cold-looking girl leading the group and introduced. This is Xia Qingyue. She's a powerful water mage, and she's also the team leader this time. Hearing this, Xia Qingyue stepped forward and shook my hand, politely and coldly. Behind her were shield warrior Wang Meng, ranger Zhang Kai, and priest girl Liu Weiwei. Then Dad explained with a smile. The fathers of these kids are all my old subordinates. I know them very well. Their combat quality is top-notch. After saying that, he immediately patted the table and said, Hongyu, bring the things up. Right away, Ye Hongyu walked into the hall holding a set of equipment that emitted orange halos. At that moment, the 4 young people's eyes almost popped out. Zhang Kai couldn't even help swallowing his saliva. Whoa, this is the legendary Purple Cloud set. It's the best gear for mages below level 5. Under everyone's envious and jealous gazes, I opened my arms like a useless person, letting Ye Hongyu help me put all the gear on neatly. I moved my arm a little. The glittering robe on my body turned into little specks of starlight, pulled into my body instantly. It fits pretty well. Thanks, Sister Ye. As the space rift tore open, the 5 of us stepped into the ghost castle. Ye Hongyu stayed guarding the dungeon entrance. The first thing we saw was a spooky long corridor. Will-o'-the-wisps flickered around. Xia Qingyue, our team leader, quickly got into gear, giving orders calmly and confidently. Wang Meng, take the front line. Zhang Kai, watch the dark corners. Young Master Lin, you just stay in the middle where it's safe. Obviously, in her eyes, this young master in god-tier gear was just a mascot that needed protection. I didn't care about Xia Qingyue's arrangement for me at all. Instead, I pulled out a handful of fire attribute nuts from my pocket, cracking and eating them as I walked. Hearing what she said, I could barely hold back my fireball spell. Let these noobs protect me. Ridiculous, that's straight up hilarious. The team moved forward slowly. Xia Qingyue suddenly said in a low, sharp voice, Stop. Something's coming. Everyone tensed up immediately at her words. Slowly from the darkness up ahead appeared two pale blue flames, and right then, by the dim light, everyone finally saw what the monster really was. It's a high-agility mob. It's way too fast. Hard for ranged attacks to hit it. Wait till it pounces on us. Before Xiaqingyu even finished talking, a fireball flew out of my fingertip out of nowhere, as grumpy as someone who just got woken up. It whistled past Zhang Kai's ear. Zhang Kai yelled without thinking, "Young Master Lin, don't rush. You can't hit it from this far. That's a waste of mana." Sure enough, the nether spirit cat dodged quickly. The fireball missed. Zhang Kai sighed when he saw that. Sigh, I knew it would miss. But the very next second, something that made everyone's skin crawl happened. The fireball that had clearly flown past suddenly slammed to a stop midair. Run? Where the hell do you think you're going? Humph! The fireball ignored the laws of physics and turned right around, slamming hard into the spirit cat. Before they could even process what just happened, another fireball whistled right past them, thanks to the full purple cloud set that has a 60% cooldown reduction boost. The fireball spell that originally had a 3-second cooldown now only takes 1.2 seconds, almost the second the first fireball blew up. The second fireball was already roaring out. Right after that came the third. The nether spirit cat tried its best to dodge, but it was all useless. 2 loud explosions went off. When the flames faded, that level 5 elite mob was just blown to bits by the 3 consecutive hits. Xiaqingyu and the others' eyes went wide, staring at the pile of broken bones. Then they all turned to look at me in the middle of the team at the same time. This level of microcontrol. Even the top fire mage students from the annual Dragon Kingdom professional exam can never pull off such amazing moves. I looked at everyone lazily and pulled another bright red nut out of the snack bag and popped it into my mouth. What are you all standing around for? Let's go, clear the dungeon faster so we can go home and sleep. Everyone finally came to their senses. I was just eating snacks while pulling off that insane micro-control at the same time. Then Zhang Kai suddenly jolted. The look in his eyes when he looked at me was no longer dismissive. I knew it, young Master Lin has that vibe. He's obviously a super skilled expert hiding his power. Those 3 fireballs just now, man. That was straight up art. Right at that moment, Liu Weiwei, who had been pretty quiet this whole time, suddenly went pale, staring at the pile of bones from earlier. Everyone's heart dropped and looked in the direction she was pointing. We saw that where the elite nether spirit cat had appeared earlier. Tons and tons of dozens of pale blue eyes lit up. Form up! Wang Meng, hold the front line. Zhang Kai, cover the left side. Her tactical arrangement was once again interrupted by that familiar whistling sound. A bright orange fireball just headed straight for the dozens of nether spirit cats. Xiaqingyu gasped without thinking. This young master's being way too hasty. But the next second, the fireball shook violently in the air and instantly split into 15 smaller fireballs, raining down like a meteor shower. Boom, 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 boom. Loud explosions echoed through the entire castle. The fire lit up everyone's faces, and it wasn't over yet. Just 6 seconds later, the second wave of fire rain came down again. In less than half a minute, dozens of mobs were completely wiped out. Xiaqingyu stared blankly at piles of broken bones ahead. Dozens of monsters of the same level, in her original expectation, required full team coordination at the very least, and careful kiting for 10 whole minutes. But right now, it took less than 30 seconds, and everything went dead quiet. Everyone turned their heads in unison to look at me who was munching on snacks. I felt a little awkward under all those stares. I was just eating snacks and watching the show, that's all. That guy over there did all this. It's got nothing to do with me. Xiaqingyu stared at me with a complicated look in her eyes. Young Master Lin, that was multi-burst fireball just now, right? This kind of advanced skill. How many skill books did you blow to learn it? I scratched the back of my head, put on a confused look and said, Skill books? I've never even seen those things. Isn't it just splitting the fireball and making it explode? Is that hard? As soon as I finished speaking, my mind went completely nuts immediately. It's not hard for me, of course. I figured that out after busting my ass for ages. Stealing my hard work like that? Doesn't your conscience hurt? Shut up. Do you still want stir-fried blaze fire dragon or not? Right at that moment, Zhang Kai next to me jumped up excitedly. 15 fireballs. Even S-tier geniuses can only split 5 at most. What S-tier affinity? It's all garbage compared to young Master Lin. Cough, cough. All right, all right. Let's get moving. Clear the dungeon faster so we can go home and sleep earlier. On the other side, on the rocky beach outside the dungeon, Yahongyu raised her wrist to check the time and frowned slightly. Suddenly, a violent tremor came from underground without any warning. The dungeon entrance that originally glowed with mysterious purple light had now turned into a mass of thick, impenetrable blackness. Yahangyu's face changed drastically. She whipped her head towards the spatial rift. It's abyssal corruption. That's impossible. Seeing this, Ye Hongyu shakily called my dad. Commander, something's wrong. The dungeon has undergone abyssal corruption mutation. What did you say? Wait for me, I'll be right there. Deep inside the ancient castle, I noticed that the skeleton lamps on the wall that burned with faint blue flames had also changed color from faint blue to dark purple. Xia Qingyue, who was walking at the front, suddenly stopped. It's abyssal corruption. As soon as she said that, I saw the others' expressions freeze instantly. Junkai was so scared his legs went weak. He fumbled to take out his return scroll, but the scroll didn't work at all. The return scroll isn't working. It really is abyssal corruption. Then Junkai looked at Xia Qingyue, then looked at me and asked, Young Master Lin, what do we do now? But I ignored him and stared at the pitch-black path ahead, because a weird voice was ringing in my head. Ha ha ha! Now this is what a real dungeon is like. I can feel my blood boiling in my veins. Fireball is currently extremely hyper. Damage to abyss-type monsters increased by 200%. Alright, stop pulling those long faces. Since there's no way back, the only way is forward. With the cooldown reduction buff from the purple cloud set, and the overpowered buff from the little fireball, we steamrolled all the way through. When we reached the deepest part of the dungeon, I had reached level 6, and all my teammates were level 5. We arrived in front of a 10-meter tall giant black door. Before anyone could push the door, the giant door slowly opened to both sides on its own. A terrifying pressure instantly washed over everyone. In the middle of the hall, on a throne made entirely of white bones, I saw a terrifying figure sitting upright. The second I saw that, a voice came from my mind. It was Fireball, sounding super excited. This is a real opponent. Let me go fight him. I didn't even have to lift a finger. An orange-red shadow zoomed past everyone, straight for the Seabone Knight on the throne. A deafeningly loud bang exploded in the empty hall instantly. Whoa, it hit. But the next second, I saw his smile freeze on his face. The smoke cleared. The flames died down. The Seabone Knight was still sitting upright on the throne. His posture hadn't even changed a tiny bit. Around his body, a purple shield was glowing. There wasn't even a single crack on it. Then he got up and mounted a skeleton warhorse. He squeezed the horse's belly hard. With blue nether fire trailing behind, he charged straight at the crowd. Seeing this, Wang Meng roared and activated his immovable mountain skill. But he was knocked flying, shield and all, by that enormous great sword. Blood spurted out wildly. I wasn't really that panicked, though. I just frowned slightly. Little fire, don't stop. Blast him back. Don't let him get close. You don't have to tell me. I'm not done with that bastard. The whole hall was engulfed in flames. Explosions rang out nonstop. But when the flames died down, that glowing purple shield was still completely intact. I stared at the scene. My expression turned serious. Then something weird popped up in my head. Why? Why won't it blow up? Adding your current fireball skill status. Deep in thought, under the continuous bombardment, drew the skeleton knight's attention completely to me. Xia Qingyu rushed right in front of me and yelled at me. Young Master Lin, run. I'll hold him off with my life. As soon as she finished speaking, a large, broad figure also stepped in front of me. Young Master Lin, I'll hold him off. Run, hurry. I looked at these two teammates, who looked ready to die a hero's death. I sighed helplessly and said, Run? Where the hell would I run? Let's just kick his ass instead, and walk out swaggering. If we can't break the shield once, we'll do it 10, 100 times until he's dead. Not far away, the skeleton knight slowly lowered his body. The skeleton warhorse under him kept pawing the ground with its front hooves. Meanwhile, inside my head, that little guy could also feel this vibe of a final showdown, but the fire elements are way too volatile. They can't hold a stable form at all. Fireball skill guide. To break through that layer of defense, you have to condense the fire elements into a single point. Watching how clumsy it was being, I couldn't help complaining in my head, Are you stupid? Just spin it, duh. When it spins fast as hell, all the energy gets locked tight in the center, so it doesn't leak out. As soon as I was done thinking that, the little fireball in my head suddenly went quiet. Spin. In its non-existent little brain, a bolt of lightning suddenly struck. Fireball skill is deducing new element arrangement. Ha! Genius. I'm a fucking genius. Ding. Congratulations. Fireball skill has self-deduced and evolved into the advanced skill Blazing Spiral Dragon Egg. It has extreme single target damage. Watching the little fireball master a new skill just like that, I was still pretty shocked in my head. Now that you've learned it, let's give it a shot. I took my time, slowly raised my right hand, shaped it like a pistol, pointing straight at the skeleton knight. Shaman University campus bell. Watch closely. A mage shouldn't only have AoE, he also needs a one-hit kill trick. I flicked my finger at the empty air like pulling a trigger. That ultra-compressed dark red light spot shot out with a sharp sonic boom. The flame spun so fast it rubbed against the air, leaving a terrifying dragon-shaped trailing flame behind it. A streak of dark red flame instantly pierced through the skeleton knight's purple shield. The skeleton knight was also hit by this massive explosion force and sent flying dozens of meters, and slammed hard into the bone throne behind him. Seeing this, Sha King Yu and the others froze on the spot immediately. It broke, while everyone was still in a daze. What are you staring at? Hit him while he's down, go. Hearing that, Zhang Kai roared. Listen to young Master Lin. Hit him while he's down. He drew his longbow right after. A rain of arrows poured down. Wang Meng charged forward with his shield raised. Sha King Yu waved her staff to cast spells. I just ate snacks and watched the show. The little fireball blasted away automatically. Flames instantly swallowed the boss. When his HP dropped below 70%, a roar came from the ruins. The skeleton knight swung his sword in a wide arc. The shockwave sent Wang Meng flying. Then the purple shield reappeared. Damn, here we go again. I didn't waste any time. Just raised my hand and fired another shot. No surprises here. That dragon-shaped dark red fire line pierced through the purple shield again. Its massive body gets blown away again. Zhang Kai jumps up excitedly. Young Master Lin rocks. Young Master Lin is unbeatable. Young Master Lin is the best. I love you, Young Master Lin. The rest of the fight had zero suspense at all. Every time the Seabone Knight finally manages to put up his shield, before he can even steady himself, I smash it to pieces mercilessly. After this happens 3 times in a row, the Seabone Knight's body collapses with a loud crash, turning into a pile of dry bones emitting black mist. Congratulations. You've successfully killed the Abyssal Seabone Knight. You've gained 20,000 EXP. Congratulations. Your level has been raised to level 7. Liu Weiwei collapses onto the ground, staring at the pile of bones. She cries tears of joy. Zhang Kai is even more ecstatic. He hugs Wang Meng and jumps around like crazy. I beat the Abyss Dungeon. Even someone as cold and aloof as Xia Qingyue has a faint smile on her lips right now. Seeing this, I smile faintly and wave at everyone. All right, let's go, guys. Sister Ye is probably almost asleep waiting for us. Let's head out. It's pitch dark at the stony beach. Hundreds of fully armed city defense guards set up a cordon. Their guns are pointed straight at the vortex oozing black mist. My dad Lin Tianhao lands with a thunderous crash. My mom Suwan beside him is deathly pale. Ye Hongyu, who stayed behind, reports in a trembling voice. The young master has been inside for 45 minutes. The dungeon suddenly turned into an abyss dungeon 10 minutes ago. My mom staggers when she hears this, almost losing her balance. Just then, a few military SUVs pull up arrogantly. Zhao Lei gets out of the car with Zhao Yu, putting on a fake sad look. Lin, you're being so foolish. Letting Lin Mo take that ragtag team in to die. Their survival rate is worse than 0. My dad turns around sharply. Murderous intent flashes in his eyes. Zhao Lei, are you here to gloat? Zhao Lei pretends to be magnanimous and steps back. Fine, I won't argue with you. Then Zhao Yu steps forward at the right time, holding his head up confidently. Uncle Lin, Aunt Sue, please accept my condolences. When the dungeon reopens, I'll be the first to rush in and kill the boss, to give justice to Emperor Mo's spirit. My mom lifts her head sharply when she hears this. Who said my Mo is dead? The dungeon isn't over until it reopens, Lin. Mo is definitely still fighting, right? My dad, Lin Tianhao, looks at his wife's pleading gaze, forcing down the pain in his heart. Right, my son, Lin Tianhao's son, will never die that easily. Zhao Lei sneers and shakes his head when he sees this. If Lin Mo actually clears the dungeon, I'll eat all 4 tires of this SUV in front of everyone. Just then, the dungeon vortex suddenly stops swirling. Seeing this, my parents' hearts are in their throats. There are only 2 outcomes when the dungeon reopens. Either the whole team is wiped out, or they cleared the dungeon. Zhao Lei adjusts his glasses, signaling his son to get ready to go in. Zhao Yu stretches his wrists, getting ready to show off his skills. Look up? Everyone looks up. The 18-year-old record vanishes instantly. A new record pops up. 1 hour, 5 minutes, and 22 seconds. Clear team leader, Lin Mo. Before everyone can process what just happened, the dungeon entrance flashes wildly with light. I walk out with the rest of the team. As soon as I step out of the dungeon, I see hundreds of soldiers on high alert. Whoa, that's a huge formation you got here. Then I scan the crowd and spot Zhao Yu with a priceless look on his face right away. I wave at him with a half smile. Yo, young Master Zhao, you're still up. Nice of you to come out here to enjoy the breeze. When Zhao Yu hears this, his face turns red with anger. He can't get a single word out for ages. Before I can tease him more, my mom Su Wan rushes over and hugs me tight. Oh, Mo, you scared me to death. That's an abyss dungeon, for God's sake. If anything had happened to you, you're squeezing me too tight. Let go, Mom. I didn't get killed by the monsters, but I'm gonna melt from your hug. My mom panics and lets go immediately. Wiping her tears carelessly, she looks me up and down anxiously. I'm sorry. I was just too excited. Let me check if you're hurt. Just then, my dad walks over with big steps. He puts his big hand on my shoulder, slightly trembling. Good kid, as long as you're alive. After my dad says this, he turns to look at Xia Qingyu and the others, who have no serious injuries at all. Blurted out, what is going on here? Hearing that, Xia Qingyu stepped forward and bowed deeply to my dad. Uncle Lin, we survived this time. All thanks to classmate Lin Mo. If young Master Lin hadn't single-handedly shattered the boss's shield, we would have died inside long ago. At that point, Xia Qingyu took a bank card out of her pocket and handed it to my dad with both hands. Uncle Lin, we can't take this reward. Not only did we not help at all this time, we also got free experience and honor from young Master Lin. Please take it back for sure. Zhang Kai and Wang Meng also nodded repeatedly. Even though my dad couldn't believe it, he held back his overwhelming joy and pushed the card back with a loud laugh. Keep it. I, Lin Tianhao, never take back money I gave away. Not far away, Zhao Lei and Zhao Yu stared at the backs of our completely unharmed group with dark, vicious faces. That old bastard Lin Tianhao must have spent a fortune to give Lin Mo some secret trump card. He then narrowed his eyes, as if plotting something, then drove away with Zhao Yu. My dad snorted coldly watching the car leave, then turned to look at me. Moer, since you have talent and work hard, we can't let that go to waste. Dad decided to deploy the 3rd City Defense Force Battalion to block this grinding area. They'll weaken all the monsters. You just need to land the final blow. We're not going home tonight. We'll grind all night. We have to step all over that Zhao Yu before the grand exam. Before I could say anything, Mom smacked Dad's hand away and cursed with wide eyes. Lin Tianhao, are you out of your mind? Moer just barely escaped death from the Abyss dungeon. He used up so much mental power, and you still want him to grind all night? Do you want to tire my son to death, huh? What's more important, leveling up or his health? No way, absolutely not. Moore must go home and sleep right now. Seeing Mom protecting me, I nodded like crazy in my head. But before I could get happy, the fireball spell in my consciousness started bouncing around wildly. Sleep? What sleep? Only weaklings need sleep. Keep going. I, your master, will become Jinzhou's fireball. While I was lost in thought, I saw Dad grin sheepishly and said softly to Mom, Honey, don't get mad. Let me finish. I care about our son too, so I plan to move our big home bed over here. The Special Forces Battalion will lure and weaken the monsters, bring them right here. Moore just needs to lie in bed and move his fingers. Hearing this idea, Mom was stunned. What? That's so improper. At this point, I knew I had to speak up. Since I can't avoid it, I might as well enjoy it. I stepped forward. My gaze turned extremely determined. Mom, Dad is right. I really want to go home and sleep too. Even though I don't have big ambitions, I can never let my parents lose face. It's just missing one night of sleep. I'll go all out for the grand exam. As soon as I said that, paired with that determined look, it shocked Mom instantly. She looked at me. Her eyes turned red immediately then. She took out a skill book glowing with yellowish brown, light, and stuffed it into my hand. Since you have this determination, I won't stop you anymore. I prepared this specially for you. Basic Earth skill, Earth Escape. Protect yourself well in the future. I took the skill book after hearing that. I hope after I learn this Earth Escape skill, it's a steady and reliable skill, not another feisty little troublemaker. Sigh. Half an hour later, finally, a super familiar, custom-made, big soft bed appeared in front of me. Around the big bed, dozens of fully armed, murderous Special Forces soldiers were standing by. I walked over in a few steps and plopped down unceremoniously. On the soft mattress, seeing me sit down, 3 burly men stepped forward immediately and saluted me in unison. Ye Hongyu walked up and started introducing them to me. Young master, this is Ah Hu. His class is Berserker. This is Ernyu. His class is Ranger. This is Shitu. Earth Mage. They'll lead the team tonight. Beat all the monsters half to death and bring them to you. Ah Hu thumped his chest and promised me, don't worry, young master. I can guarantee that all the monsters we bring to you have only 5% HP left at most, for sure. You just need to move your finger a little to finish them off. Hearing this thoughtful offer, I nodded in satisfaction. Thanks for your hard work, brothers. Let's get started. At Ahu's order, the surrounding special soldiers instantly turned into dark shadows and scattered into the night. Then I tilted my body and slipped into the soft, warm silk quilt. After a while, Ahu came rushing back holding an armored rhino. He was just about to yell for the young master to take the monster, when he saw I had already tucked myself into the quilt and froze on the spot. Meanwhile, Shitu, who went to lure monsters elsewhere, also ran back, carrying a half-dead porcupine. Seeing this scene, Shitu stopped in his tracks and said dumbfounded, "Wait, what the hell? Is the young master asleep?" Ahu nodded a little confusedly. Looks like he really is asleep. Shitu glanced at the porcupine in his hand and said hesitantly, "Then do we still throw the monster? But the young master is already asleep. What if something goes wrong?" Ahu frowned and thought for 2 seconds, then gritted his teeth. Team Ye said we need to practice skills all night. He didn't say we stop when the young master sleeps, it's fine. We already beat the monsters till they barely have any HP left. If the young master doesn't react, we'll finish them off ourselves. He won't get a single scratch, I promise. Shitu nodded as well. All right, let's give it a try. Ahu flexed his arms and gently tossed the heavy armored rhino towards the empty space next to the big bed. Suddenly a fireball formed out of thin air, with a sharp whistling sound, and pierced through the armored rhino instantly. Seeing this, Ahu and Shitu froze on the spot right away. He's actually asleep. Shitu could barely believe his eyes. Young master, Ahu called out tentatively, in a low voice. I didn't give any response on the big bed. Young master. Ahu raised his voice a little. I only frowned slightly, then rolled over while holding the pillow, and continued sleeping soundly. Seeing this situation, Ahu and Shitu looked at each other in confusion. Then Ahu took a deep breath. His eyes filled with shock. He's really asleep. He even rolled over so naturally. This is definitely deep sleep. That's insane, absolutely insane. Shitu was trembling all over with excitement and said in a lowered voice, Bro, have you ever heard of this? Legend says some top-tier professionals, to pursue the ultimate combat instinct, will deliberately train themselves to fight in their sleep. No need for conscious awareness. They rely entirely on their body and mental power. His instinctive reactions to kill enemies. Hearing this, Ahu frowned slightly and said hesitantly, Shitu, this kind of ability, no one in our team can do it, right? Young Master Lin just changed his class not long ago. What do you know? Shitu rolled his eyes at him and retorted in a firm tone, How can we compare to young Master Lin? Who is young Master Lin anyway? He's Commander Lin's son. A great father never raises a useless son. Ahu was stunned for a second after hearing that, then nodded heavily. That makes sense, actually. He's the commander's son, after all. Having insanely good talent is totally reasonable. The two reached an agreement immediately. The respect in their eyes grew even stronger. What are we waiting for? Let's get to work. Come on, move it. The next day, Lin Mo rolled over groggily, His hand subconsciously groped around beside him. Lin Mo slowly opened his eyes. The first thing he saw was a delicate, pretty face. The young woman wearing black and white lace, maid outfit, was standing by the bed, holding a cup of warm milk in her hand. Seeing Lin Mo wake up, she leaned over slightly. "You're awake, young master." The maid's voice was soft and extremely charming. "You were too tired last night." "You slept till now?" "Have some milk first to replenish your energy." Lin Mo sat up, took the milk, and drank it all in one gulp. Then he habitually opened his attribute panel. Name, Lin Mo. Class Mage. Level, LV10, 8% EXP. Whoa, I actually hit level 10. Is this the joy of lying flat? Others grind mobs till they're dead tired. I level up just while I'm sleeping. Lin Mo glanced around. Only his personal maid was there. He asked confusedly, "Where is everyone else?" The maid took the empty cup and explained softly, "Young master, about an hour ago, Captain Ahu and the others stopped luring mobs because you were sleeping so deeply later. You didn't react at all to the mobs thrown at you. Captain Ye was worried about your safety and also didn't want to disturb your rest, so he told them to stop for now. Some people are guarding outside right now. Others are taking turns to rest." "Oh, that's what happened." Lin Mo nodded after hearing that. "Looks like that little fireball guy is also exhausted." Just then, Ye Hongyu also came over with Ahu and Shitu, the two of them. The three of them were obviously pretty tired. There were faint bloodshot lines in their eyes. "Good morning, young master." "Morning, everyone. Thanks for all your hard work." Lin Mo stretched and got out of bed. "I slept so hard last night. I hope I didn't cause you any trouble." No, not at all. That was deep meditation, young master." Ahu grinned, with a simple and honest look on his face. To be able to sleep deeply and still maintain that super accurate kill rate for most of the night. You're literally a legend, young master. Lin Mo laughed dryly twice and didn't respond to that compliment. "Young master, should we keep leveling up?" Ye Hongyu glanced at the Special Forces soldiers standing by around them and asked, "If you want to keep going, I'll tell them to go lure mobs right away." Hearing that, Lin Mo glanced at his skill bar. Fireball skill status. Sound asleep. Drooling. The main DPS is AFK. Who's gonna do the grinding right now? Manually cast fireballs myself. Are you kidding me? It's way better to lie in bed and play a few ranked matches. Forget it, Sister Ye, we're not leveling for now. Lin Mo waved his hand. He yawned and said, "I just woke up. My head's still kinda buzzing. Can't react properly, let's take a break first to clear my head." "All right, whatever you say, young master." Ye Hongyu nodded. Just then, Shitu, who was standing nearby, suddenly asked curiously, "Young master, now that you're level 10, can you learn your second basic skill now? I heard from CZ yesterday that you want to learn an earth skill." Hearing this, Lin Mo also remembered. Yeah, level 10 unlocks the next basic skill. Right? Staying alive is the top priority. Lin Mo took out the basic Earth Escape skill book that Suan gave him yesterday. When Ahu saw this, he immediately said, "Young master, you finally picked the right skill. It's not just that staying alive is important. More importantly, she too is the only S-rank elemental affinity mage in our special ops brigade." As he said that, Ahu elbowed Shitu. "And he has earth elemental affinity too. When it comes to understanding earth skills, in our Zhanghai city, if Shitu says he's second best, barely anyone dares to claim they're first." Shitu waved his hands repeatedly when he heard that. "Don't exaggerate, brother Hu. In front of young master, how dare I call myself S-rank? Young master is a micro-operation master. The skill you have with fireball, young master, is way better than my earth escape that I've practiced for over 10 years. I just have a little bit of experience. Just a little." Even though he was being modest, the confidence in Shitu's eyes was impossible to hide. As an S-rank earth affinity mage, his perception of the earth and construction of defense skills is truly a talent that ordinary people can hardly match. "All right, brother Shitu, don't be so modest." Lin Mo patted the skill book with a smile. "Since you're the expert, after I learn this skill later, I'll have to trouble you to give me some pointers." "Oh no, I wouldn't dare. Just try it, young master. If you have any questions, I'll tell you everything I know." She too was extremely flattered. Lin Mo didn't waste any more time. This skill is a matter of life and death for him. The sooner he learns it, the safer he feels. Use, Lin Mo thought to himself. The skill book in his hand turned into tiny specks of light and drilled into the space between his eyebrows. You have learned the basic skill, Earth Escape Spell LV1. Earth Escape Spell summons an Earth Elemental Shield. It blocks physical and magical damage from the front. As for what the skill does, Lin Mo didn't care much. What he cared about was if Earth Escape Spell could talk. Lin Mo tentatively called in his mind, "Little Two, you there? Anybody there? Hello? Hello?" Moshi moshi. The Earth Escape Spell icon on the skill bar didn't move at all. No way! Lin Mo frowned slightly. Is Little Fireball the only special one? Or is this skill just mute? Seeing Lin Mo zoning out after learning the skill, Shudo couldn't help asking, "How's it going, young master? How do you feel?" Shudo acted like he'd been through this before, and explained patiently, actually the hardest part for Earth mages is communicating with Earth elements. Fire elements are irritable and restless. They ignite the second you summon them. But Earth elements are calm by nature. You need great patience to use Earth skills well. It's normal you don't feel anything as a beginner. Lin Mo stopped overthinking it. After all, the guy was rambling about his experience right in front of him. If he didn't respond, it would be kinda rude. Oh, I see. Thanks for teaching me, Brother Shito, seeing Lin Mo being so humble. Shito's sense of accomplishment was instantly hugely satisfied. He grinned and pointed at the open space in front of Lin Mo. "Young master, why don't you cast Earth Escape Spell here to try? I'll check it out for you." "Sure, let's give it a shot." Lin Mo nodded. Then he stood up, buzzy. As the skill was activated, the surrounding air vibrated slightly. A faint yellowish-brown halo appeared around Lin Mo's body. Then it condensed into a translucent Earth Elemental Shield floating in front of him. It looked like it'd fall apart if the wind blew. Ahu and Ye Hongyu beside him looked at each other. No elemental affinity? It's already pretty impressive for a first cast to take shape. As for its strength, don't get your hopes up. Shudo was actually very responsible. He took 2 steps forward, reached out and tapped it. Young master, for a first-time cast, taking shape already puts you ahead of 90% of new mages. That being said, what Shudo actually meant was, as a blank slate mage with no elemental affinity, it's already pretty great you can cast it like this. But he was talking to the young master after all, so he had to word it politely. But Shudo changed the subject and started giving guidance. "The structure here is still too loose, young master. Try to calm your mind. Don't think about how to defend. Instead, feel the earth beneath your feet. Imagine this. You're pulling the rock and dirt from under your feet, compressing and stacking them continuously, and filling them into this shield." As Shudo gestured with his hands, he guided him with his mental power. "Come on, young master. Breathe deeply with my rhythm. Feel that sense of heaviness." Lin Mo nodded. Following Shito's instructions, he closed his eyes. Although he didn't have the so-called elemental affinity, but under Shito's mental power guidance, that thin shield changed a little. This was also his first time casting a skill completely on his own. Buzz, the shield's color visibly darkened a bit, although it still didn't look very strong. At least it looked decent. Yes, just like that. Shudo's eyes lit up. He couldn't help clapping and cheering. Remember that feeling, young master. With the current thickness of this shield, blocking a basic fireball spell of the same level is definitely more than enough. Shudo suggested eagerly, looking eager to try. "Young master, let's test its actual defense. I'll attack it with the most basic fireball spell to see." Hearing that Lin Mo was about to get hit, Ye Hongyu, who was standing nearby, frowned slightly. "Shudo, the young master just learned this. Are you sure we should do this now?" "Don't worry, Team Ye. I know what I'm doing. I'm just going to use a small fireball to test it. With how thick this shield is, it's totally enough to block it." Shudo patted his chest and promised confidently. Seeing he was so sure, Ye Hongyu nodded then. After all, Shudo is a senior experienced mage. He definitely has this level of control. Then Ye Hongyu stepped back a few steps with Ahu. Shudo also backed up to a position 10 meters away. Whoosh in the palm of his hand. A ball of orange-red flame instantly flared up. This fireball really isn't that big. It's a whole size smaller than the fireballs Lin Mo cast before. But the second this ball of fire appeared, the previously unresponsive Earth Escape skill had its icon tremble violently once. The Earth Escape skill sensed a whiff of danger. It screamed like it was being slaughtered. "Oh no, danger. Stay away from me." Lin Mo heard that blood-curdling scream in his head and was completely stunned. "Whoa, so you can talk. I yelled at you for ages earlier and got no response. Now you're louder than anyone else. Wait, danger? What danger? Lin Mo subconsciously glanced at Shido 10 meters away. The small fireball Shito was holding in his palm was only as big as a fist. It looked weaker than the fireballs I cast. That's it. This thing is supposed to be dangerous. Lin Mo glanced at the earth shield in front of him and was totally speechless inside. Does this earth escape skill have some kind of misunderstanding of the word danger? But the earth escape skill in the skill bar didn't calm down at all. It started flashing like crazy instead. The earth escape skill was trembling with fear. This is so scary. I can feel it. That fireball. It's grinning evilly, Master. It'll burn you to ashes. The earth escape skill was so terrified that it started panicking irrationally. It thought a thin shield simply couldn't block this terrifying attack. It needed thicker, harder, more complete protection. The earth escape skill was frantically drawing earth elements deep underground. Congratulations. Because your skill is extremely afraid of death, it evolved on its own and developed the advanced skill, Elementary Earth Flow Wall. The earth flow wall rises instantly from the ground, a thick earth and stone wall. It can not only block incoming damage, but also alter the terrain. Cooldown time, 5 seconds. Lin Mo looked at the newly added skill description on the panel. The corner of his mouth twitched twice. What the heck? Extremely afraid of death? And it mastered Earth Flow Wall. Before Lin Mo could process what just happened, Shido, who was standing far away, spoke up and asked, "Are you ready, young master?" Shido had a simple, honest smile on his face and explained patiently, "Don't be nervous, take a deep breath. Focus your mental power on the shield. I'm starting my attack now." Lin Mo glanced at the Earth Flow Wall, the icon of this new skill, then glanced at the tiny, harmless-looking mini fireball in Shido's hand. His expression looked a little weird. I'm ready. I even unlocked a new skill after all. That counts as being ready, right?" Shido quickly noticed the strange look on Lin Mo's face. He wiped the smile off his face, and his tone turned extra serious. "You really don't have to worry, young master. This earth shield you have right now might not look super thick, but it's more than enough with my guidance. Plus, I'll hold back my power too. You can rest 100% assured. From my over 10 years of experience as an earth mage, your shield can definitely block it. It won't even shake a little. The main point of this exercise is to let you get a feel for blocking attacks." Ahu, who was standing nearby, also said cheerfully, "Yeah, young master. Just relax completely, okay? Even though Shuto is an earth mage, he's really good at controlling fireball spells too. If he says it's enough, it's definitely enough." Ye Hongyu was standing not far away. She didn't say anything, but she nodded slightly to signal Lin Mo he could relax. Seeing this, Lin Mo only felt a headache coming on. He wasn't worried about getting hurt himself right now. He was worried about whether you guys would get scared later, but he couldn't explain this to anyone. Lin Mo could only nod his head. "All right, come at me, Brother Shito, I won't dodge." "Got it, young master, watch carefully." As Shito spoke, he flicked his wrist lightly. "Go." With his soft shout, that tiny tangerine fireball shot towards Lin Mo. It wasn't moving very fast. At the same time, the earth escape skill let out a desperate scream. "Ah! It's coming for us." The earth escape skill was panicking like crazy. "Help. We're gonna die! This is a killing blow." The earth escape skill just mastered a new skill. I don't know if it can block it or not. We can only give it a shot. The earth escape skill will protect master at all costs. Rumble. Without any warning, the ground suddenly started shaking violently. That noise sounded like an earth dragon rolling over underground. "Holy shit!" Hu's face changed instantly. "It's an earthquake." Ye Hongyu's pupils also constricted sharply. A dagger immediately appeared in her hand. She scanned the surroundings warily. Even Stone was completely dumbfounded. The next second, under everyone's confused gazes, the ground right in front of Lin Mo suddenly exploded. Accompanied by a furious roar of earth escape skill in his mind, boom. Massive amounts of dirt and rock frantically gushed out from deep underground. In the blink of an eye, a massive earthstone wall rose right between Lin Mo and that tiny fireball. It wasn't a shield. It was a whole wall. A giant bunker that was 5 meters tall, 10 meters long, and even 2 meters thick. The huge shadow instantly covered everyone present. The open ground that was sunny just a moment ago now looked like it was blocked by a small hill, and that tiny fireball meant for teaching demonstration in front of this wall of slime looked so tiny and helpless. The fireball hit the very center of the earth flow wall. It didn't even leave a single scorch mark. It just fizzled out like that. All that was left was a faint wisp of smoke, slowly rising in front of the huge wall. Looking especially desolate, dead silence fell over the place. On the rocky beach, except for the howl of wind blowing through the earth wall, there was no other sound at all. This is a shield. No, this is a wall. Ahu stared blankly at the wall, muttering to himself. Ye Hongyu's hand holding the dagger froze midair. Her eyes were filled with disbelief. As for Stone, his eyes almost popped out of his head from shock. He stared at the earthflow wall that looked like a city wall. His mind was completely blown. This is the basic earth skill earthflow wall. He just learned the basic skill a moment ago, and now he already mastered the low-level skill. But that's not the point here. The point is he used earthflow wall to block this fist-sized tiny fireball. Was that really necessary? At the same time, Earth Escape skill was also looking super relieved. It was trembling all over, sighing in relief after surviving the disaster. That was close. That was way too close. It was still scared out of its wits. For a split second just now, I even felt the countdown to death. That fireball was less than 10 meters away from Master. Earth Escape skill bragged proudly, asking for credit. Master, Master. How is my reaction? Super reassuring, right? If I wasn't here, you'd definitely be dead just now. Turned into a pile of charred coal. Linmo stood behind the earth wall at the back, then looked up at this giant structure. He reached out and touched the wall. The rough, hard rock texture even carried the chill from deep inside the earth. It's indeed super secure, but buddy, can you have a little dignity as a skill? It's just a fist-sized tiny fireball. You acted like it's the end of the world. This is so embarrassing for me, you know? Case solved. Young Master, fireball skill, the illegitimate child of the fire god and earth god, woke up super grumpy. What the hell is that noise? It even woke me up. The fireball skill icon on the panel trembled a little. Fireball skill looked around furiously. Who's messing around? Get the hell out here. Before Linmo could calm it down, Earth Escape skill panicked. Master, watch out. There's a weird voice. There's an enemy. Linmo sighed helplessly. Little two. That's your big brother fireball skill. We're on the same side, it's fine. Hearing that, Earth Escape skills tensed up nerves. Finally relaxed a little. Earth Escape skill let out a long sigh of relief. Scared me to death, so it's big brother! Fireball skill also realized what was going on at this point. It sized up this new little brother suspiciously. I have a little brother now. When did that happen? Before it could figure out the situation. As a being extremely sensitive to fire elements, the non-existent nose of the little fireball suddenly twitched twice. Fireball skill frowned. Wait, why is there a faint smell of fire element in the air? Fireball skill looked at the wall in front of it, stunned. What the hell is this? Why is there a mountain in front of me? Linmo explained patiently. Someone tested us with a small fireball just now. This was made by your new little brother. To block the skill. Hearing this, fireball skill went silent for 3 seconds first. Then it let out a snort of laughter. Just this pathetic little bit of fire element, and you built this huge wall to block it. Fireball spell looked utterly disgusted. You got spooked by this garbage. Don't tell anyone you're my underling if this gets out. I can't stand that level of embarrassment. Real powerhouses don't need this kind of turtle shell, Earth Escape spell retorted weakly. Well, safety comes first, you know. What if even a single hair on Master gets hurt? I don't think I did anything wrong. Fireball spell rolled its eyes. Oh, please. Cowardice is cowardice. Don't make excuses. An attack of this level, I don't even bother to glance at it. Only a useless loser like you would make such a big fuss over it. Earth Escape spell mumbled under its breath. I never admitted I'm your underling anyway. I only have one big brother. And that's Master. You're just a brute. Fireball spell's gaze turned cold. What did you say? Say that again if you dare. Earth Escape spell stuck its neck out stubbornly. I said Master is the most handsome ever. All right, both of you shut up. Linmo listened to the two skills bickering and felt his head throbbing. Xiaohua, if you keep arguing, no fire dragon meat for you tonight. As soon as he said that, Fireball spell's icon flickered a few times, and went quiet. This trick again. That's so annoying. Fireball spell felt humiliated. It's a noble being destined to become a forbidden spell, yet now it's controlled by a piece of meat. This is an absolute utter humiliation. Fireball spell was seething with resentment. If it wasn't for the fact that it has no mouth, why would it be pushed around by others? When will this days of living under others' thumb finally come to an end? Fireball spell status updated. Muted. Watching the big brother go quiet instantly. Earth escape spell immediately felt it picked the right boss. Earth escape spell's eyes were full of admiration. Master is really the most powerful after all. One sentence and he had that brute completely under control. Looking at the finally quiet fireball spell, Lin Mo let out a long sigh of relief. The world is finally peaceful. Young master, young master. Chateau's voice came from behind the wall at this moment. Are you all right? Lin Mo patted the dust off his clothes and walked out from behind the earth wall, looking completely calm. I'm fine, Brother Shitu. This fireball spell is pretty well controlled. It didn't hurt me at all. Outside the earth wall, there was dead silence. The three of them, Ahu, Shitu, and Ye Hongyu, were staring at the earth wall in front of them right now. Whoa! Ahu reached out his hand to the rough, thick earth wall and touched it. It was ice cold to the touch, and unbelievably hard. Shitu, be honest with me. Ahu turned to look at Shitu next to him. How long did it take you to learn this skill back then? Hearing this, a bitter smile appeared on Shitu's face. If it was before today, he would have said proudly, only 5 days after he changed his class, and with the help of a skill book, he successfully mastered it. But now Shitu was a little embarrassed, his voice as quiet as a mosquito's buzz. 5 days, plus an Earthflow wall skill book as assistance. Hearing this answer, Ahu and Ye Hongyu didn't show any sign of mockery on their faces. They knew very well in their hearts, mastering an elementary skill in 5 days is already a very fast speed even among people with S-tier elemental affinity. An S-tier genius took 5 days and even needed a skill book. But what about Lin Mo, this no-class young master? From the time he got that most basic Earth Escape spell skill book to casting this wall of size, it's only been 5 minutes at most. He actually used a basic skill book to master an advanced skill. This isn't just a gap in talent. This is literally a difference between entire species. Young master? Shitu took a deep breath, walked up to the earth wall, and tapped it a few times. This is the elementary earth skill Earthflow wall, and judging from its structure, it was cast perfectly. It can completely block attacks from a professional, who is 10 levels higher than you. Shitu looked at this almost perfect Earthflow wall, couldn't help but sigh. Young master, with your ability to control and command earth elements, even if you told me you're the illegitimate child of the earth god, I would believe you. Hearing this, Ahu, who was standing beside, and Ye Hongyu didn't refute at all, instead nodded in complete agreement. Last night he was the reincarnation of the fire god. Today he's the son of the earth. Case closed! Young master is probably their illegitimate son, no wonder he's so awesome. Feeling the three people's gazes on him, Lin Mo scratched his head awkwardly and chuckled. Come on, Brother Stone, don't talk nonsense. My dad is still at home, you know. Stone was stunned for a second when he heard that. Then he waved his hands hurriedly and smiled awkwardly. Don't take it seriously, young master. I was just messing around. Totally just a joke. He wiped the cold sweat off his forehead and quickly changed the subject. Then he said seriously, but young master, even though this level of defensive skill is super tough, it uses up a ton of mental energy. Stone pointed at the huge wall and advised sincerely, when you're up against normal attacks, basic Earth Escape Jutsu is more than enough. No need to use a sledgehammer to crack a nut. Right. That makes sense. Brother Stone is right. I'll be careful next time. I'll definitely use it more sparingly. Lin Mo nodded, though that skill didn't use any of his mental energy at all, because he wasn't even the one who cast it. Seeing how willing Lin Mo was to take advice, Stone nodded in relief. Just then, buzz. Ye Hongyu's pocket vibrated. She took out her phone and glanced at it. Her brows immediately furrowed. What's wrong, Captain Ye? Ahu noticed his captain's mood shift sharply and wiped the goofy smile off his face. Stone also leaned over, looking nervous. Ye Hongyu stared at the screen and said in a deep voice, just got news. A huge number of wild monsters are gathering at Sunset Canyon. That's the sign of a monster tide. What? Monster tide. Monster tide. Monster Tide, Lin Mo asked curiously, seeing their young master looking totally confused. Stone next to him hurriedly explained, Young Master, the so-called Monster Tide, is basically a special spatial anomaly that appears in wild areas. As Stone spoke, he gestured with his hands. This anomaly will draw all wild monsters. From hundreds of kilometers around, they'll rush crazily toward the center of the anomaly. And the closer they get to the center, the more violent they become. Their attack urge and stats will get a huge boost. At this point, Stone's expression grew more serious. The most important thing is, when the time is up, a random field boss will spawn near the center point. That's why monster tides usually mean extreme danger. Ahu chimed in to add at this point, Yeah, young master, once wild monsters enter the 10-kilometer range, their power increases noticeably. For the safety of field job class users, we will also impose a military blockade on the surrounding 10-kilometer area. Lin Mo nodded thoughtfully. I see. Just then, Yeongyu's phone started vibrating again. She glanced at the caller ID and quickly pressed the answer button. Yes, Commander, understood. I'll lead the team over right now. Rest assured, Commander. I will definitely complete the mission. After just a few words, Yeongyu hung up the phone. She turned around, glanced at everyone present, and said in a deep voice, The commander has ordered, we pack up camp immediately and head to the Sunset Canyon blockade area. Bring young master with us. What? Bring young master along? Ahu and Stone were both stunned for a second, looks of surprise on their faces. Stone said worriedly, Captain, yeah, that's a monster tide we're talking about. The monsters are violent and super densely packed. Even though young master has Earth Wall to protect himself, it's a chaotic battlefield after all. Yeah, Captain, yeah. Isn't this a bit too dangerous? Ahu also hesitated, but Yeongyu shook her head. I'm here, you guys are here. The Special Forces unit is here. What danger could there be? Same as last night. Pass the order. Tell everyone to weaken the monsters, then let young master finish them off. With this density of monsters, and this kind of farming efficiency, young master might be able to hit level 15 in one go today. After hearing this analysis, Ahu and Stone looked at each other, and it immediately clicked. Oh shit. How did we forget about that? Exactly. Where do you find this kind of good deal normally? This is literally a leveling paradise, made just for young master. The three of them immediately reached an agreement. After all, the higher your level is in this world, the harder it is to level up. Lin Mo is currently level 10, even if someone helps lure monsters for you. Under normal wild monster density, you can only reach halfway to level 12 at most a day. That's already the absolute limit. But the monster tide is different. If we farm the monsters efficiently, we might even rush straight to level 15 in one go. Yeongyu looked at Lin Mo and asked for his opinion. Young master, what do you think? Before Lin Mo could speak, the Earth Escape skill icon on the panel started trembling first. Earth Escape curled up into a ball and tried hard to dissuade him. The monster tide. Sounds super scary just from its name. Master, it's way too dangerous. Let's not go, okay. Before it finished speaking, another irritable voice immediately rang out. Fireball skill flew into a rage. Shut up. You useless coward. Flames flickered wildly all over Fireball skill. It pointed at the Earth Escape icon. All you do is hide. Don't listen to this turtle shell, we're going. We must go, I want to burn as much as I want. I'll turn that whole place into a sea of fire. Earth Escape retorted in a weak voice. You're just being a reckless fool. Master's safety is the top priority. Fireball skill yelled, piss off. The strong stay strong forever. What kind of ability is being afraid of everything? I think you just need a good burn. Stop, stop, stop. Lin Mo felt his head throbbing like crazy and quickly shouted to stop in his mind. All of you stop quarreling. My head is buzzing so bad. Lin Mo glanced at the fully armed Ahu and Shurto, then looked at the calm and composed Yeongyu. With this lineup plus the Special Forces unit and his own wall of Psy and artillery, what danger could there be? Thinking of this, Lin Mo shrugged his shoulders with a totally casual expression on his face. I'll follow Sister Ye's decision. Good. Yeongyu was just about to turn around and order assembly when Lin Mo changed the subject and added in a serious tone, Bring the bed along too, by the way. The air fell dead silent immediately. He clearly has a top talent that countless people look up to. Yet he even brings a bed when going leveling. Should we say young master is a genius so hard-working that he even levels up while sleeping? Or should we say he is a hopeless good-for-nothing? Spoiled brat who only cares about enjoying himself. Ye Hongyu took a deep breath and spoke calmly. Don't worry, young master. Not to mention bringing a bed. I can even bring the whole house there if you want. Ahu, go arrange vehicles and bring all of young master's things. Shito, go gather the troops. Yes, 2 hours later, an enormous armored convoy grandly drove into the outer area of Sunset Canyon. At this moment, Sunset Canyon's sky showed a weird dark red color, as if it had been dyed with fresh blood. A large number of city defense troops had already set up, warning lines at every intersection. The extended luxury car Lin Mo was riding in slowly drove into the blockade area. Right after he got off the car, a clear voice came from a distance. Young Master Lin! Lin Mo turned around to look. He saw Xia Qingyu standing not far away, waving at him. The next second, Xia Qingyue trotted over. Young Master Lin. Did you come to join this defense mission? Lin Mo thought for a moment and said, sort of. What are you doing here? Xia Qingyu smiled bitterly and said, we were originally leveling inside the canyon, but we ran into the monster tide warning, so we got driven out. Lin Mo nodded. Oh, I see. Take care of yourself then. He didn't plan to let Xia Qingyue tag along with him to leech EXP here. After all, he wasn't close to Xia Qingyue at all. Besides, there's more than one place suitable for Xia Qingyue to level up. She can just go to another place. There's no need to stay here for no reason. Seeing that Lin Mo had no intention of inviting her, Xia Qingyu didn't feel disappointed at all. After all, this is normal. She thought for a second, moved closer to Lin Mo, and whispered, oh right, young Master Lin. Someone from the Zhao family contacted me last night. Zhao family? Lin Mo raised an eyebrow. Zhao Yu's father, who's the military commander? What did he want with you? Xia Qingyu nodded and said honestly, they wanted to bribe me. The Zhao family said, as long as I don't try too hard in tomorrow's big exam and give the top city scorer spot to Zhao Yu, they are willing to give me 3 million Longguo dollars as compensation. Did you agree? Lin Mo asked curiously. Xia Qingyu shook her head. A trace of determination flashed in her eyes. You turned them down? Why, is the pay too low? Lin Mo was a little surprised. Xia Qingyu glanced at Lin Mo. Then she curled her lip in disgust. It's not about the money. I just plain don't like that stuck-up attitude of the Zhao family. Especially that Zhao Yu. He's got no real skills, but a hell of a bad temper. At that, Xia Qingyue took a deep breath. Her tone turned extremely serious. What's more, I know exactly who the real powerhouse is. Young Master Lin, instead of sucking up to the Zhao family for petty cash, I'd much rather stand by your side, even if it's just a symbolic gesture. He's really smart. He doesn't want to get involved in wealthy family conflicts. But if he has to pick a side, having seen Lin Mo's strength firsthand, he didn't hesitate to choose the Lin family. If he took the Zhao family's money right now, what if young Master Lin thinks he's a money-obsessed snake that would backstab his teammates any time? It would be way more trouble than it's worth. The air went quiet for a few seconds, then pfft. Lin Mo couldn't hold it in anymore. He burst out laughing right away. He couldn't help reaching out to poke Xia Qingyu's forehead. Are you stupid or what? Free money and you refuse to take it. Or do you actually think you can get top scorer if you try your best? Xia Qingyu was stunned by the poke. Lin Mo shook his head. He clicked his tongue and said, is the Zhao family out of their damn minds? What's even the point of bribing you? Do they really think that abyss dungeon yesterday was cleared under your lead? Xia Qingyue opened her mouth. Her face flushed bright red. That was blunt and hurt like hell, but it was totally on point. The reason the Zhao family was willing to spend big to bribe him was purely because he's an A-class genius. Plus, he cleared the abyss dungeon last night, so they thought he led the team to beat it. All right, stop stammering. Lin Mo waved his hand, looking totally casual like it was the most obvious thing ever. Since they want to be suckers, why not let them take the money and take the exam like you normally would? Anyway, as long as I don't go easy on you guys, neither of you are getting the top spot for sure. Xia Qingyu looked at Lin Mo's calm, laid-back demeanor. The last bit of hesitation in her heart vanished completely. I understand, young Master Lin. He nodded heavily, then he took out his phone and left. Watching Xia Qingyue's leaving back, Lin Mo nodded in satisfaction. That's the way to go. Whoever you have beef with, don't have beef with money. Just then, an adjutant walked over quickly. He first saluted Lin Mo, then looked at Ye Hongyu, who was standing aside. He lowered his voice and said, Captain Ye, Commander Zhao and his troops are here too. Their Captain Zhang said he has something to talk to you about. Captain Zhang? Ye Hongyu frowned slightly. Zhang Chao. Handblade Principal. Zhang Chao? Who's that? Lin Mo asked casually. Young Master? Zhang Chao is the top squadron leader under Commander Zhao Lei. He's also Zhao Lei's most trusted confidant, Ye Hongyu said as she looked at the man in the distance, who was striding over. Lin Mo nodded in realization, so that means his status under his own commander is roughly the same as Ye Hongyu's status here. While the two were talking, Zhang Chao had already walked up with two adjutants. This man was thin, with deep-set eyes. He gave off a gloomy, sinister vibe. Captain Ye, long time no see, Zhang Chao greeted with a fake smile. Last time we met was half a year ago, right? You still look as great as ever, Captain Ye. Facing Zhang Chao's small talk, Ye Hongyu didn't even lift her eyelids. Her voice was ice cold. Cut the crap and get to the point. You know the monster tide is about to break out here. I don't have time to chit-chat with you. Huh, you still have such a short temper, Captain Ye. Zhang Chao didn't get mad either. He just turned his gaze to Lin Mo, who was standing behind. Right now, dozens of people behind Lin Mo were hurriedly setting up a temporary camp. A familiar big soft bed was placed right in the middle. The maids who came along were putting fruit plates, snacks, and other items on the nightstand. There was also a chef nearby adjusting the grill on site, preparing to make a barbecue for the young master out in the wild. Seeing this scene, Zhang Chao's eyelids twitched violently twice. He's seen people bring others to level up, and rich second gens out here to experience life, but moving their entire home to the monster tide front line. This was the first time he's ever seen that. Zhang Chao clicked his tongue and looked away. He said to Ye Hongyu, This must be the young master of Commander Lin's family, right? He sure has quite the grand setup. After all, he's a young master from a powerful, wealthy clan, even when he's out at a life-or-death battlefield like the Demon Tide. He's still living like he's on vacation. As he spoke, Zhang Chao was sneering non-stop in his head. What's the point of a level you stacked up with money anyway? He only has high level and good stats. He doesn't have the matching skills or actual combat experience. He's nothing but a super soldier at best. Worse yet, he's a blank slate mage with no natural elemental affinity at all. What a total waste of resources. Zhang Chao, if you don't need that mouth of yours, I can help you sew it shut. Ye Hongyu spoke in a cold tone. Then a short dagger appeared in her hand. No, Team Ye. I was just making a joke. Zhang Chao raised both his hands. In a surrender gesture, I'm here for official business this time. Spit it out already, Ye Hongyu said coldly. Zhang Chao toned down his smile a little and pointed at the deep end of the canyon far away. According to past practice, when facing large-scale disasters like the Demon Tide, we usually team up to clear them for maximum efficiency. But the situation is special this time. Zhang Chao glanced at Lin Mo, then pointed at the direction his own team was at. Your young master needs to grind levels. Our young master Zhao also needs to grind levels. There are way more people than available monsters here. If we mix up and fight together, we'll definitely hurt each other's feelings fighting over kills. It'll make things awkward for everyone later. Ye Hongyu frowned slightly. So what's your point? So I suggest we stay out of each other's way this time. Zhang Chao drew a line on the ground. We'll take the central axis of the canyon as the boundary. We are responsible for the west defense area. All monsters there belong to us. Your Lin family takes charge of the east side. All monsters there belong to you. Everyone relies on their own skills. No interference with each other. As for the field boss that will definitely spawn, Zhang Chao's eyes glinted as he added, whoever finds it first, whoever lands the first hit on it,
gets to keep it.
The other side can't interfere or steal it, okay? Ye Hongyu didn't agree immediately after hearing this. This proposal sounds pretty fair. It's even the most reasonable solution right now. If we don't divide the areas, people from both sides will be mixed together. Once a conflict breaks out over an elite monster, it could easily turn into a standoff between the two legions. And the rule for boss ownership is also an unwritten rule in the professional circle, the first hit principle. But the young master is here. She doesn't have the right to decide on her own. Ye Hongyu turned around to look at Lin Mo and asked, Young master, what do you think of Zhang Chao's proposal? Lin Mo didn't think too much about it. This proposal is indeed very reasonable. Everyone can do their own thing. The boss goes to whoever has the ability, no problem. Sure, that sounds pretty fair to me. Lin Mo nodded his head, with a casual expression on his face. After getting Lin Mo's approval, Ye Hongyu turned around and said to Zhang Chao, "Our young master has agreed. The west side is yours. The east side is ours. We fight for the boss on our own merits. Now you can get lost right now." Zhang Chao achieved his goal and didn't care about Ye Hongyu's attitude. He took one last look at Lin Mo, the barbecue grill being set up over there, and the young master who had already turned around and was walking toward the big bed. A wave of disdain rose in his heart. This kind of pampered young master who has everything handed to him. Even if he reaches level 100, he's still a total useless loser. Well, we won't disturb young Master Lin's fun then. Zhang Chao shook his head, turned around and left with his adjutant in big strides. On the other side, in the Zhao family's defense camp, unlike the relaxed vibe on Lin Mo's side, the atmosphere here is grim and serious. Hundreds of soldiers are on high alert. Zhao Yu was sitting on a chair, resting with his eyes closed. Buzz! The phone placed beside him vibrated. Zhao Yu opened his eyes, answered the call and said, "Speak." A respectful voice came from the other end of the phone. "Young Master Zhao, it's all done. Sha King Yue has already accepted the 3 million and promised that during the big exam, she won't compete with you for the top spot." After hearing this news, a contemptuous smirk curled up on the corner of Zhao Yu's mouth. "Got it." He hung up the phone casually and tossed the phone aside. A teammate sitting next to Zhao Yu said disdainfully, "She acted so high and mighty before, yet she still took the money in the end, huh? That top campus belle is such a poser." "Ch!" Xiaoya snorted coldly. A look of disdain appeared on his face. "My dad is just making a big deal out of nothing. Why waste this unnecessary money? Even if Xia Qingyu led the team to clear the Abyss dungeon. So what? At the end of the day, she's just an A-class water mage." Xiaoyu's face was full of displeasure. Though his family doesn't lack this little money, it still feels like his family is being played for a fool. Even if Abyss dungeons are the same level, same difficulty, there's still a pretty big gap in actual difficulty. Obviously, that so-called Abyss dungeon must have super low actual difficulty. Otherwise, an A-class water mage, how the hell could she lead a team to clear it? Just because her pre-class change theory scores and combat scores were always top of the school? What a joke. Class gaps can't be made up with just these small scores. Exactly. The teammate next to him chimed in right away. "If you ask me, the dungeon must be way too easy. As for damage output, how can she compare to young Master Zhao, an S-class fire mage? Young Master Zhao's multi-burst fireball can already split into 5 fireballs. That talent. No one in Shanghai City can match it. Giving that 3 million to her is practically feeding it to dogs." Right at this moment, Zhang Chao strode back quickly. "Young Master Zhao," Zhang Chao bowed slightly to Zhao Yu. "I've already settled the deal with the Lin family. The west side is ours. The east side is theirs. As for the boss, we follow the first hit rule. Whoever hits it first gets it." Zhao Yu chuckled softly. He nodded. "Oh, right. What's going on with Lin Mo? What's he doing right now?" "Speaking of that," Zhang Chao said speechlessly, "the young master of the Lin family. He's probably lying in bed messing with his maid right now." Zhao Yu was stunned. "Wait, no. He actually brought a bed over here." Zhang Chao shook his head and shrugged. "More than that. Maid and chef are both here. They even set up a barbecue grill. Looking at how they're acting, they look like they're here on vacation. Compared to you, young Master Zhao, who's fully prepared with professional conduct. The gap is way too big." Before Zhao Yu could even speak, a few surrounding teammates couldn't hold back their laughter first. Is this Lin family young master out of his mind? Why doesn't he just move his whole house here? He really thinks a high level lets him do whatever he wants. No skills. No real combat experience. He's nothing. He's a rich family young master, after all. All he cares about is enjoying himself. Listening to his teammates' mockery, Zhao Yu shook his head helplessly. The disdain in his eyes grew even stronger. "Well, you can't say that," Zhao Yu said calmly. "Even though he's a blank slate mage, but relying on level suppression, it's not impossible for him to sneak into the city's top 10. Speaking of this, Zhao Yu couldn't help sighing. Once upon a time, before the class change, he always saw Lin Mo as his biggest rival. After all, both families have similar social status. Their fathers are both powerful city defense commanders. Ever since they were kids, outsiders always compared the two of them. Back then, Lin Mo seemed lazy, but whether it was theory scores or combat scores, he kept up really closely. They were always evenly matched. But now, Lin Mo is totally useless now. I'm destined to get into a top academy and have a smooth, successful career from here on out. From the moment we changed classes, we've been in totally different worlds. We're not on the same path. Why would I still treat him as a rival? That would be an insult to my S-class talent. Elemental sense. In the middle of the Lin family's temporary camp, Linmo was comfortably half-lying on a soft bed, with 2 soft latex pillows propped behind his back. Young master, these iced purple gold grapes were just flown in. I peeled all of them, have a taste. Next to him was a lace-wearing maid, kneeling beside the bed, holding a glistening translucent grape, gently bringing it to Linmo's mouth. Linmo opened his mouth and took the grape. Nice, sweet, you deserve a reward. As he spoke, Linmo pulled out a few hundred yuan bills from Dragon Country. A flash of joy crossed the maid's eyes. Thank you for the reward, young master. You're the best. I'll peel grapes for you every day from now on. Feeling the soft touch on his arm, Linmo couldn't help sighing in his head. Corrupt! This is so fucking corrupt! This damn capitalist corrupt vibe is so good. Earth escape spell was trembling wildly. Master, I still think this is too dangerous. This is a wild monster den after all. Maybe we should just go home. Before Linmo could reply, Irritable Tiger immediately got mad. Fireball spell started raging furiously. Screw going back. We've got food, drinks, and hot chicks here. And monsters to kill. This is fucking paradise. Why would we go home? But the Earth escape technique can... Cut it out, little two. Before the Earth escape technique could speak, Linmo comforted him. You can rest easy, okay? Everyone here is on my side. A measly monster tide is nothing to worry about. Right at this moment, Yehongyu walked over in big strides, followed by Stone and Ahu. They saw Linmo casually eating grapes. None of the 3 had any problem with it. After all, in their eyes, Linmo's talent is absolutely unprecedented. In this world, strength is everything. True powerhouses. Their talent and strength give them their calm and confidence. The young master's relaxed, carefree demeanor right now, in their opinion, isn't laziness from a spoiled rich kid, but confidence born from absolute talent. Young master, Yehongyu bowed slightly and reported with a serious expression. The reconnaissance team just sent back the latest intel. As she spoke, Yehongyu opened the electronic map in her hand. Young master, according to the reconnaissance, all wild monsters within hundreds of kilometers are all gathering this way. The incoming monsters are between level 10 and level 40, and there are many types. The first to arrive will be nearby. Area's low-level wild monsters, ranging from level 1 to level 10. There are bigger monsters coming later, like the level 25 frenzied giant bear, level 30 venomous flying serpent. Yehongyu paused at this point. Encircled an area on the map. We've confirmed the last ones to arrive are level 35 to 40 thundercloud storm eagles from this area. These are high-grade flying monsters from North Liun Peak. They're extremely fast and have long-range thunder attribute attacks. They'll be pretty tough to deal with. Once they show up, the boss should have respawned too. Stone stepped forward to add, Young master, killing wild monsters 10 levels higher than you will make the EXP you gain start to drop off. Stone counted on his fingers as he spoke. That means, once those monsters above level 25, especially the level 40 storm eagles show up, even if you kill them, the EXP you get will be basically negligible. It's really not worth it. Stone hesitated for a moment, before finally saying tactfully, also monsters of that level. The level gap is just too big. You'll barely be able to deal any effective damage. Yehongyu cut in at this point. Young master, we'll weaken all the low-level early monsters, all below level 35, and bring them to you to finish off, to help you level up fast. But when the high-level flying wild monsters show up later, our top priority is to kill them immediately, to keep you completely safe. After Linmo heard this, he nodded thoughtfully. Yeah, the level gap with those final flying monsters is way too big. Handing them to me to finish off would be really dangerous. The level gap is just too big. Even if they're barely hanging on with a sliver of health, I might not even be able to break their defense to kill them. All right, I'll go with your plan. Safety first. Linmo had no objections. Yehongyu paused for a moment and spoke again. Young master. Besides this wild monster tide this time, the most important thing is the field boss that will definitely respawn. According to the data from headquarters, the boss respawning this time will be between level 25 and 40, even with the EXP drop-off. If you take all the EXP from killing the boss alone, it'll still be a huge amount. As long as we find it and take it down before the Zhao family does, you'll most likely hit level 16, maybe even level 17. After hearing this, Lin Mo's eyes lit up. In previous years, most professionals who took the grand exam were around level 10. Only a few got to level 13 to 15. If I can get to level 16, I'll totally dominate the exam. So how do we find the boss? Lin Mo asked curiously. Ye Hongyu explained. Normally, we can only rely on luck or do a full carpet search. But it also depends on the boss's attribute. If the respawn boss is Earth attribute, Stone as an S-rank mage with Earth affinity can sense and lock its location immediately. Same if it's Fire attribute. Zhao Yu from the Zhao family can also sense it. So this isn't just about strength. It's also about luck. It dawned on Lin Mo. Oh right, it's about elemental sensing. So that's how it is. A blank slate mage like me would be nothing but a blind man? Wait, no. Lin Mo subconsciously glanced at his skill bar. That little fireball guy may have a bad temper, but his sensing ability is sharper than a dog's nose, right? And that coward little Earth too. To save his own skin, his sensitivity to the surrounding environment is literally insanely high. If we really compete on sensing ability, I'm not actually at much of a disadvantage. Just then, an adjutant ran over quickly, saluted and said, reporting to Team Ye, the first wave of wild monsters has arrived 3 kilometers ahead, mostly wasteland wolves and fanged rabbits. Ye Hongyu's expression turned serious. She entered combat mode instantly. She turned around and gave orders to Ah Hu, Shito, and the others. Follow the original plan. Shito, take a team to the east side. Ah Hu, take your men to the west side. I'll stay here to protect the young master. As soon as we find any trace of the boss, send a signal immediately. Yes, we guarantee to complete the mission. Everyone shouted in unison, then left quickly. The originally somewhat crowded camp was instantly left with only Lin Mo and a few personal maids and Ye Hongyu. Ye Hongyu didn't say much else. She directly drew her short knife, walked to the front entrance of the camp and stood guard, waiting for her subordinates to bring low-health monsters over. Fireball spell had been unable to hold back for ages. It let out an excited roar. It's finally here! This is so awesome! I had a blast killing last night. Today there's so many monsters lining up to die, and we get a big feast too. This is fucking living. Fireball spell felt like it was simply the happiest skill in the whole world. Becoming a forbidden spell is just around the corner. I totally picked the right person to follow this time. Earth escape spell was trembling on the side. Lunatic, total lunatic. There's so many monsters. What if they break through the defense line? Fireball spell scoffed. You know jack shit. Killing is the ladder of evolution. Hey, little fire, since you're having so much fun, call me dad again, will you? Lin Mo got the idea to tease little Fireball again. Fireball spell froze instantly. Fireball spell was extremely conflicted inside. That's going too far. I already called you that last night. I have my own dignity too, you know. Oh, you have dignity. Lin Mo thought for a moment and said, how about stir-fried shredded potatoes for dinner tonight? I haven't had it in ages. Earth escape spell was overjoyed. Yay. I love potatoes. Fireball spell 2 seconds later. A somewhat humiliated voice came from Fireball spell. Dad, changing class is so hard these days. West side of Sunset Canyon. Zhao family's defense zone. Several LV-8 wolf-type wild monsters roared and pounced on Zhao Yu. Zhao Yu's expression was cold and stern. He nimbly distanced himself. The staff in his hand glowed bright red. Fire elements were operating at full power at this moment. Multiple burst fireball. Following his low shout, he swung his staff hard. Whoosh! A huge fireball split apart instantly in the air, turning into 5 human head-sized fireballs, and slammed accurately at those demon wolves. Boom, 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 boom. 5 explosions sounded almost at the same time. Those wild monsters didn't even have time to scream. Before they were blown to pieces, skin and flesh splitting. Charred black all over, corpses flying everywhere. Amazing. Young Master Zhao's 5 consecutive explosions are absolutely perfect. The teammate next to him immediately flattered him. As expected of young Master Zhao, not long after changing class, he already can steadily split 5 fireballs. This damage output efficiency is insane. Zhao Yu was breathing slightly heavily. He took out a blue mana potion from his waist and chugged it down. Even with S-level affinity, using this advanced skill frequently consumes a huge amount of mental power and mana. But he really enjoyed this feeling. Sweat dripped down his cheeks, mana surging inside his body. This is proof of getting stronger. Just then, an adjutant in charge of scouting ran over quickly. Young Master Zhao. Zhao Yu wiped the sweat off his forehead and asked casually, How's Lin Mo doing? Deep down in Zhao Yu's heart, he still didn't want to believe that Lin Mo would just be a total deadbeat forever. After all, he's the rival he's been. Compared to since they were kids, even if Lin Mo awakened a blank slate class, there's no way he doesn't know that having only level without. The truth that raw levels with zero combat skills are fucking useless. The adjutant had a weird look on his face. He hesitated for a moment, and still reported truthfully, reporting to young Master Zhao. Young Master Lin Mo is lying on the bed. Looks like he's watching a movie. There's a maid next to him feeding him fruit. I can't see anything else beyond that. An earthen wall popped up out of nowhere and blocked the view. All I can see is low-health monsters keep getting thrown inside the wall. Earthen wall? Zhao Yu frowned slightly. I figure that's Stone's doing. Isn't this security measure way too over the top? The air went still for a few seconds. Then Zhao Yu let out a sneer and shook his head. He's useless. Total dead weight. Zhao Yu slammed his staff on the ground and said coldly, "Can't believe I used to see him as my arch nemesis. I even trained like crazy just to surpass him. Looking back now, treating someone like him as my rival is straight up an insult to me. Disgusting. So fucking disgusting." With that, Zhao Yu stopped paying attention to that side. The fighting spirit in his eyes grew even stronger instead. Way too slow. These few monsters aren't even enough for me to kill. Where's the next wave? Lure all of them here? I want to fight 10 at once. I want to fight 10 at once. Fireball spell roared in extreme dissatisfaction. You only throw one over at a time. Are you insulting me? East side of Sunset Canyon. The Lin family's camp. 3 tall, thick earthen walls stand here. They enclose Lin Mo just like a fortress, trapping him. Inside the fortress, Lin Mo is lying on his side, holding a glass of iced watermelon juice in his hand. The maid next to him is holding a tablet. A comedy movie is playing on it. Gulp, gulp. Lin Mo took a sip of the watermelon juice, feeling totally relaxed and comfortable. On top of the 5-meter-tall earthen wall, Ye Hongyu is standing straight and upright, keeping watch over the surroundings from above. Young master, monsters are coming. Ye Hongyu reminded him. As soon as she finished speaking, a wasteland demon wolf with its legs broken was forcefully thrown inside the wall by Ah Hu. Boom! A fireball shot out at high speed and got an instant kill. The fireball spell protested. I said I want to fight 10 at once. What's the fun of fighting one at a time? Lin Mo sighed helplessly and shouted towards the top of the wall. Sisya, throw more in. Send a dozen or so at a time. She had never seen Lin Mo's multiple burst fireballs before, even last night. Because the monsters weren't dense enough, they basically only sent 1 or 2 at a time, even though the young master has godly micro skills. If this many get out of control, it'll be extremely dangerous. It's fine, just throw them in. Lin Mo waved his hand and said casually, I'll take responsibility if anything goes wrong. Seeing this, Ye Hongyu didn't say anything more. Worst case, she'd just be extra careful. The ability to kill over a dozen low-level monsters in an instant is definitely within her power. Ye Hongyu shouted to the people outside the wall. Throw 15 in at the same time. The dozen or so subordinates outside the wall froze for a second, then used their strength at the same time. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. A full 15 half-dead wild monsters of all types flew over the tall earthen wall, falling towards the open space to the right of the big bed. Ye Hongyu, who was standing on the wall, slightly gripped the hilt of her knife. Her muscles were tensed up. If the young master can't handle them, she has to jump down and clear them out immediately. But the next second, an orange-red fireball whistled out, and the moment it flew out, the fireball shook violently and split apart on its own in mid-air. Und 15 Spimparin. Countless small fireballs accurately locked onto every wild monster still in the air. Boom, 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 boom. Multiple burst fireballs. Ye Hongyu, who was standing on the wall, had the most shocking view right now. She watched as those 15 fireballs were like tracking missiles with their own consciousness, weaving through the air. Ye Hongyu stared blankly at the group of precisely insta-killed wild monsters, frozen in shock. It's already insane enough that he mastered multiple burst fireballs, but he even split 15 at once. As far as she knows, Zhao Yu from the Zhao family can at most split 4 or 5 at a time right now, and even that has spread across Zhanghai City to the point that literally everyone knows about it. As expected of our young master, Ye Hongyu mumbled to herself. This level of calmness, this level of talent, that so-called S rank from the Zhao family, isn't even worthy of polishing the young master's shoes. He lowered his head. His gaze passed through the lingering remaining smoke and landed on Lin Mo below, bathed in the glow of the fire. Lin Mo still maintained that extremely uninhibited side-lying posture, staring at the tablet screen held in the maid's hands, as if the earlier 15th Street kill didn't faze him at all. This is the real demeanor of a strong person. Not even batting an eye when Mount Tai collapses in front of you. Fireball spell howled up at the sky that was so damn cool. Fireball spell was still hyped up and unsatisfied. This is the proper swag I deserve. That last wave of explosion art was totally perfect. Let's go again. Earth escape spell said through sobs, no, please don't. I really don't want to do this. There are so many monsters at one time. What if one slips through the cracks? Master, I think this is still way too dangerous. Fireball spell flew into a rage instantly. Dangerous. Slip through? Are you doubting my strength? Earth escape spell curled up into a small ball. I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to Master. Master, maybe we can use fewer monsters each time. Fireball spell was trembling with anger. It looked like the skill bar was about to break out into a fight. Lin Mo sighed helplessly and came out to mediate the fight. All right. Stop arguing, Little Earth. You gotta trust your big brother's strength, even though he's a bit reckless. He's actually very careful with his moves, and you, Little Fire, tone it down a bit. Don't scare your little brother. He's just looking out for me. Earth escape spell snorted. Fireball spell tutted. The two icons standing side by side on the skill bar turned left and right respectively, facing away from each other, and ignored each other completely. The corner of Lin Mo's mouth twitched involuntarily. Changing classes isn't easy these days, huh? I even have to mediate conflicts between my skills. Are you stupid? You can burrow into the ground, duh. Time passed quickly. The sky over Sunset Canyon got darker and darker. Young Master, incoming monsters. Following Stone's loud shout, more than a dozen dark shadows were thrown in from outside the earth wall. Boom, boom, boom! Flames blazed high inside the wall. Explosions rang out one after another. After a moment, everything went back to quiet. Stone wiped the sweat off his forehead, stood on the wall and glanced at the relaxed Lin Mo. His eyes were full of admiration. Young Master's talent is just unbeatable. He glanced at Ye Hongyu, who was on guard beside him, and sighed. Sure, he's a bit lazy, but he still has the drive to improve.